this one I had today, and it was about, okay, let me try and explain this. I found myself, I was inside a helicopter and I could hear the helicopter sound, and we're lifting off, and we were basically, I could see this whole view of a place where all I can say is the buildings were deserted. The buildings were run down, broken, deserted type of buildings. And as we were flying past these buildings, I was thinking to myself, excuse me, I was thinking to myself, has there been an earthquake? Has there been a war? What's going on? Because I'm trying to get as much information as I can, because I've promised a lot of you guys that I will try my best to get as much information. But it didn't look like it was an earthquake. It didn't look like it was a war that was going on at the time. Maybe it was, there was a certain situation, I don't know what, but it was basically a deserted place. The houses were abandoned, buildings were broken down. I saw a bit of graffitis on some of the buildings, and we're just going round and round, and I could see, oh gosh, lots of buildings just deserted and stuff like that. And as I was in this helicopter with some other people, but I could not see the other people because I was trying to focus on what's going on, like what information am I supposed to get from here. It was getting darker and darker, and then they turned on the helicopter lights. So it was only the lights that were showing, like I could see, like, okay, another abandoned building, another abandoned building. And then afterwards we came to a spot where we saw, and I say we because I felt there were other people in the helicopter, but anyway, that I saw two men in white tank tops. I would say in their 40s, 50s, 40s, I'll stick to 40s. I could hear the guys were saying something like, what's the word? En Christos something. And I have no idea what it is, but they were talking another language. I wasn't talking English. And the first thing that came in my head is like, am I in Mexico? And I do not know why I actually thought Mexico for the, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought, am I in Mexico? So, that's where the scene ended. Now, the reason why I'm saying is I don't want to say it's a precognition, because it was a whole new experience for me, because of what had transpired before that, and the whole feeling, everything was just a new experience. And I'll explain this later, somehow later I'll explain why it's been a whole different experience for me, because I'm going through a certain energy shift, energy activation shift, and all that, and just so many things are going on energetically wise. And so it was kind of hard for me to figure out, is this a precognition or am I remote viewing? The thing is, if it's remote viewing, that means it's happening now, but it doesn't look like it was happening now. Well, I don't know, I haven't seen the news actually. It's been like 2 weeks or so. I haven't been like online. I've been online posting some things, but it's been a while since I've actually gone on, like, you know, news sources and looked at what's happening around the world. So unless there is something going on in like a country where they speak, I'm thinking that was Spanish or Mexican? I don't know. Then unless if there's something going on there where people have evacuated already and buildings have been broken down, then it's remote viewing. But if it's not, and I would want to say it's a precognition, that it's going to happen later, it's a precognition. But I don't want to pinpoint to say it was a precognition. Anyway, before I confuse you guys, let me get to the next point that I want to make, and I don't think it's linked with this one, so I guess I will have to, you know what, I'm going to make another video. As soon as you finish this one, go to the next video. That way I keep my videos short. But as soon as this remote viewing, I'll say precognition remote viewing thing finished, I went on to the next thing, which I'm going to talk about in the next video. So I hope you guys are fine. Today is the 8th of February 2014, and yeah, so take care and bye bye.